Oh, there's a nice fish. It's like a 5 pound already. He's got it. No! 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 All he had was the worm. Oh man, could have had a 5 pounder just there if he had more than just a worm. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, that's him. That's him. Yes! Yes! Ha! Redemption. Redemption. Get in here. Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Uncut Bass Fishing Channel. My name is Tyler. I'm the host. You may recognize me from my other channel called Tyler's Real Fishing, and my goal on each channel is the exact same, to help you guys become better bass anglers with every video that I make. But on this channel, the tips are completely uncut. All the successes and all the failures on camera for you guys. Now, I hope the drone shot did justice to how beautiful this body of water is. My buddy John invited me out here. He lives on this property, and he said it's got some giant fish. Matter of fact, he's caught dozens of bass over 10 pounds out of the lake behind me. So I can't guarantee that's gonna happen, but we're gonna try our hardest. Now, every episode on this channel is brought to you by my merch brand called Infinite Outdoors. I'm wearing the stitched hat right here. I've got the AFCO Yuri sun shirt I'm about to put on. And the name Infinite means two things. One, as an outdoorsman, there are infinite possibilities of making memories, having fun in the outdoors, hunting, fishing, hiking, sports, you name it. That is the first meaning of infinite. And number two, as a man of faith, I believe in a God who loves us so infinitely that he would send his son to die on the cross for our sins so that we can come to know him and have forgiveness of our sins. So I will leave my link down below. Like I said, we have sun shirts, we have hats, we've got sweatshirts and stickers, all different kinds of stuff. Absolutely no pressure to support, but if you want to check it out, it'll be linked down there in the video description. Now, I say we get this camera off the tripod, we launch the Native Slayer LTE in this beautiful body of water and get to fishing. So we are now out on the lake. Let's go over conditions. It is pre-spawn to spawn here in Alabama. When I'm filming this video, it'll probably be more like post-spawn when this video gets released, maybe even later. But conditions wise, pretty cloudy. I'll say partly cloudy. Water temp 68, maybe 70. Feels pretty warm. Feels like spawn temperatures. So honestly, I should probably, there's one. There we go. First fish of the day on the vibe jig off the edge of the grass. Man, what a hard fighter. Get in here. John told me there's a gajillion fish in here, so our goal today is a 10 pounder. We'll see if that happens, but beautiful, skinny little male probably on the 3/8 ounce Thunder Cricket. We're probably gonna catch a lot of fish like that today. But yeah, like as I was saying, I probably need to get into the shallows and start looking around. Because I mean, the full moon comes around again in 8 days from now. That should be the best full moon for spawning here in Alabama of their entire spawn. So you know what? I'm not even gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get up there and start looking. I'm gonna start looking around. I don't have a paddle, and that's kind of key for bed fishing, is not having to sit down and pedal around. So, oops. Big time bummer, dude. But good thing I'm wearing my chest mount, so I can, oh gosh, there's one. There's a nice fish. Okay, he wanted nothing to do with my Thunder Cricket. Very nice. He was just cruising. Don't think he was on a bed. He was just cruising for a bruising. About a 4 pounder, I think. Gonna be doing a lot of this today. A lot of using my rod tip as a paddle. And is a vibrating jig the best like search bait for spawners? No, it's not. It's a 6-inch Ocho. But I think there's enough bass in here that will catch a few today. Matter of fact, I see a 2 pounder right here. Oh man, they are not dumb. My lure falls next to them and they scram. I think today's gonna be a soft plastics and swim bait day. It's just so windy. So that's gonna make that kind of bite harder. We've got really clear water in this body of water today, and I also plan on doing my vibrating jig, the day 3 of my pinky test, where I test the pink vibrating jig versus the green pumpkin. I plan on doing that today at some point, so you might see a slight change in the uncut, aka it may be slightly cut to make room for filming that video. But for the most part, it's gonna be uncut. This body of water, about 12-foot max depth, he said. It's got lay down trees, as you can see in the water here, hydrilla and milfoil, making an edge in about 6 feet of water. In some parts, this is the deepest stretch, he said right here. But that's what my plan is. Just kind of fish it like a normal body of water. It's about 15 acres, it looks like, in size. I hooked the tree, but honestly, I'm not mad about it. It'll let me pull around to this next spot right here. There we go. That's ideal. A snag that gets you to your next spot. Yeah, I really want to get up next to these trees up here, just to see if there's one on a bed. See if he's on a bed. Like I said, I'm in the Native Slayer LTE. Pretty much my new go-to kayak, my daily driver, you could say. Love this thing. It rooftops super easily. It's really light, but still incredibly stable. I've been very impressed with the fishability of this platform. Okay, I don't see any fish on beds up there. I did bring a topwater frog. There we go. There's one. Okay, bye-bye. I didn't want you anyways. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wanted him. I wanted him and I would have taken him. Yeah, they're not dumb in here though. Like, I drop a vibrating jig on their head, like I see fish under the kayak here, and they don't just run over and eat it like you think they would. I think John puts a decent amount of pressure on these fish. He doesn't let his own fish have a break, huh? Yeah. What I'm doing right now is I'm paralleling the bank, which means that, I mean, as the name would imply, making a parallel cast to the bank in the effort to find out what strike zone the fish are sitting in. So are they in 2 foot of water? Are they in 4 foot? Are they in 6 foot? Because oftentimes the fish will behave very similar to each other all around the lake. So if you find what depth zone they're in, you should replicate that and you'll have more success instead of just randomly fishing. We do not promote random fishing on this channel. We promote efficient fishing. All right, froggy fresh. I'd like to catch one on a frog. Problem is it's kind of shallow up by where the grass is. Man, the pad perch walks so good. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah, that wind is not helpful. Usually the wind is your friend in fishing. And on a body of water, I mean, we're not gonna have really all that much trouble with wind, but it's not gonna make my job easier. That's for sure. And I just feel like there's got to be beds somewhere on this body of water. Maybe I'm just too early. I don't know. Wouldn't think so, but like I'm filming this during Red Crest, which is at Gunnersville, north of here, and they're spawning at Gunnersville. So you think in a smaller, shallower body of water, they would also be spawning here. That's what a homie would think. That's what I would think, huh? Sometimes you get to drifting in a kayak. You don't want to drift. You don't want a Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad angle if I get a bite. It's a really bad angle. Okay. Now with the water's this clear and you're throwing a topwater, for the most part, once you get off of the bank and like you know you're not fishing for fish that are like on deep grass piles or rock piles and they come up to eat your topwater, that's rare. That's a northern strain sort of thing. Doesn't happen much in the south. If you get out of the strike zone, just reel in and make another cast. Like for example right here. Hop in the frog by the bank, walk, 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 walk. I'll work it a little longer because there's an overhanging tree. But like here, I'm reeling in to make my next skip. Gotta be efficient. Again, if you just want to bass fish leisurely, not worry about getting all the casts in you can, that's fine. That's dandy. That's just not me. I'm gonna make it leisurely to a certain extent, but we're not gonna waste any time fishing unproductive water. And out in the middle on a frog is pretty unproductive. All right, I'm not seeing a dang fish on the bank, which is crazy. Feel like there should be. Feel like there should be fish on the bank. So maybe topwater frog is not the move. I mean, if I go fish, there's a shallow section over there. If I go fish that section, I don't get bit, frog is going on the bank. I'm putting the rod back at the dock because I don't have unlimited space on this kayak, so gotta save space when I can. Yeah, I'm not seeing a dang fish on a bed. Crazy. Oh, also my rods are up, I just realized, and I'm about to go over overhanging trees. That's not the smartest move, hey? Come on now. Come on now. There we go. I'm gonna catch that one. I'm gonna catch that one, huh? There we go. Skip. Skip my frog. Yeah, I don't think frog's gonna be the jam. Matter of fact, to test that out, I'm just gonna skip all this stuff here and make my way all the way to the other side of this lake that has shallower water on average. As if they're not gonna bite a frog and because the conditions aren't right for it, then I'm gonna get it out of here. Whee! My rudder is still on backwards. I still have not fixed my rudder situation. Looks like there is a grass line on this side, so I'm gonna fish this side going into the shallows. No electronics on this kayak. This is just a fishing machine. And one thing I love about this series, this new channel, is that I get to show y'all what a real fishing day looks like. Because I don't just get out here, and especially on a new body of water, just get to smashing them. You got to do a loop around. You got to kind of discover what the pond or the lake is like, and then once you get an idea, you can start selecting the right lures, because you know everybody ties on lures they think are going to work, but everybody, you tie on the right lures for the situation, and then you start catching fish. And yeah, you can tell from the drone shot, this side here, I'm already in the grass. This side has grass coming way higher and way further out from the bank than where we were fishing on that edge and down by the dam. So let me stand up and see what I can see here. I need to get my pinky rod out of here. This rod needs to chill right there. All right. This feels more froggy already. We'll see if they bite it. It's possible they don't. And again, okay, well, that bit it, but he was small, so I'm not even gonna cast. Well, you know what? It's an uncut. I gotta catch some fish. Bite it again, please. Even though I know you were small. Now he was eensy weensy, the eensy weensy spider. He was a small boy. Small boy, not a tall boy. If I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna try to get that camera high. I'm sure there's a time when this whole section is cheesed out, which means the grass has grown high enough where the top stuff is no longer alive. It's died off, and so it just forms snot grass and algae on top. And when that happens, the frog bite can be unbelievable. Usually not till summertime or fall do most lakes get cheesed over. I need to turn around, fish this way. We got some lay down logs here mixed with the grass. Could be some giants around here. We'll see how good the pedal drive does in a shallow milfoil flat like this. Is that a bed right there? Clear it off sand. I don't think it's a bed. We have kind of an inside. Oh gosh. Oh, two big ones. Wow. This tree right here has some big fish. Dang. It was like a five pounder sitting in this tree. At least a 5. It was thick. She was thick as a brick, they say. This tree has me intrigued now. I probably need to knock out my my pinky versus green pumpkin challenge since I'm out here. That way I can rig up a worm. I think I need a 6-inch ocho. That's what I'm thinking, because I have, oh gosh, that's a big one cruising around. Goodness. And I don't know if I really want to cast a vibrating jig at her. Doesn't seem like the best choice to catch the fish. Oh well, I don't have to. because I've got a what wacky worm that I can get. So let me go ahead and put the frog in the wacky worm spot. I'm gonna be putting a swivel seat on this kayak soon, which y'all know I'm excited about. I love me a swivel seat. I just have to do my photo shoot in the boat first, which is what I'm doing first thing when I get home. All right, we got a mock stick. I also did not realize this was bubblegum when I grabbed the package out of there, but you know what? No, I'm not. Well, okay. I'll throw bubblegum. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work though, you're gonna see me switch real quick. And the mock stick has a center of mass dot. Boop. It shows you exactly where the proper place to rig it is. I'm just gonna cast it up there. Not even try to sight fish that fish, just give it a cast. The wind does not make it easy though, that's for sure. I should have put, I've got a dang power pole micro anchor that I could put on this kayak. I need to do that. I need to power pole this thing. Okay, where's this fish? Now that it's cloudy, I can't see a diddly or a squat. But I know this fish is around here, because it was just swimming. There it is. It's big. It's big. And usually I've got a reward for catching my first big fish. Usually it's a sweet tea. Today, it is a spicy chicken biscuit. So the first 5-pounder I catch, I get to reward myself with eating a spicy chicken biscuit. Man, that wind is not easy. That wind is not making my job easy. Dang it. All right. Gonna have to come back to that log, maybe fish a glide bait or something around it. We got lots of holes in the grass. I feel like that's where we're gonna catch a big one, is by pitching a jig or a Texas free worm in these holes in the grass. Yeah, I'm not sure if pinky's the way to go. I'm in a pink mood lately, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, we have an inside grass line. You can see that from the drone shot, which means that it's actually deeper near the bank, and then it comes out to a grass flat, and then it drops off again on the main lake. So the fish are sitting on the inside line. Usually the grass grows strong on the bank and slowly slopes off, but this body of water has, at least on this bank, an inside line. Ooh, something just busted right on the snot grass on the shore. So I may have to grab my frog again, huh? I'm just drifting right onto these fish's area. That's not what I want to do. I'm about to bonk as well. Bonk. All right. Wacky worm is going to go away for now as I pick the frog back up. And that's the deal with brand new bodies of water. You don't know what you're doing. It's the mystery. It's the mystery you gotta figure out. Uh-oh. Kind of disturbing these fish here. There we go. Also, I didn't lock this. There we go. Now we're good. This grass comes off my pedal drive pretty good. It's not like the thickest grass, and it's also not the most, what do you call it, stringy. Stringy grasses get you. Eelgrass on these pedal drives, yeah. Eelgrass stinks. I think I need to stick to the inside line because I can't actually pedal in this flat here. It's a little too much grass. Oh, I'm gonna catch a few in this slop here. I'm telling you. I went non-popping frog today because I knew I'd be fishing around some slop. If it's mostly open water, the edge of pads, under docks, I'm throwing a regular popping frog. But when you've got slop mixed in, I really do like a regular. I think I've got a fish checking out my frog. And I don't think it's a small one either. No, it's not. It's a nice one. You want to eat it, buddy? Dang. He's looking at it. He's a nice one. Wonder if he would eat a wacky worm in pinky. And I wonder if he would eat the worm. Yes, he would. He's looking at it. Except that I'm just getting too close now. Darn it. The wind is doing me dirty here. What a bad cast. Well, actually, it ain't that bad. He's looking at it. Ow. He left. It's interesting. For being a private lake, I expected the fish to be a little more gullible, a little more aggressive, but they are not. They gotta be fooled. They say, I pity the fool. I pity the fool. That's what these bass be saying. I think a pink bubblegum Senko is probably a little more of a dirty water thing. Yeah. Still gonna keep it out, keep it honest. But I mean, if I cast this at a bunch of fish and not a single one goes to even like sniff it, then your boy's done with that. I'm just trying to do better this year at trying, oh man. Yeah, I got stuck now. Trying new things, trying new colors, new patterns I hadn't, done before. Because I just kind of try the same stuff all the time. I'm a very routine type of fisherman. And I want to change that a little bit, All right. Sometimes when you clear your pedal drive, like right when you're in the stuff, you just pedal again and it gets in it. So I'm gonna pedal hard to get through it. There we go. Sometimes a little backwards, forwards is all you need. All right, here we go. Now we're talking, baby. Now we're cooking with gasoline. We got on the inside grass line. I think what I'm seeing is a lot of males up on beds. Not a lot of females. Not sure why, but I'm not casting up in the stuff enough. I could throw whatever I wanted out there. I need to be throwing, oh gosh. Tell you what though, I don't feel on my game today. I don't know if I didn't get enough sleep or what the deal is, but I feel off. I need a 6-pounder to get me back on my game, to get me on my bag. Whoa. I also haven't had anything to eat today. That spicy chicken biscuit as my reward is my breakfast. So, oh gosh. Oh, I had one. Man, that guy was aggressive. Oh, that guy was aggressive. Came out of nowhere and slomped that down. Goodness. All right. He was not that big, but he was aggressive. Yeah, I'm sure I'm sitting on top of fish right now. This is the area they'd spawn, on this inside edge here. Problem is, it's just too cloudy. If that sun poked out, I could see them. But for the frog bite, I would rather not have sun. At least the open water frog bite. It's funny, to fish a frog, you either want tons of clouds or no clouds at all. Because tons of clouds will get the fish out and about, which then more than just a frog, walking bait, buzz bait, any kind of topwater plopper, that works great when it's cloudy. And when it's sunny, it really pushes them up underneath all that muck. Partly cloudy is good too, but I would prefer, if I'm open water fishing, to go full-blown clouds. Like, man, a walking bait bite in the post-spawn in the summer when it's just full-blown cloudy and you got a little bit of ripple on the water, oof, that's a fun time. All right, enough talking. I gotta get y'all a fish. It's been long enough in this Uncut, huh? Stay tuned for the comment challenge. That on this channel is when I catch a fish some point later on in the day, and I give y'all a prompt, some kind of fishing related question, and we give away. Ooh, there was a fish. He boiled on my line. He did not boil on my bait. Odd. Fishing related question, and we give away the bait that I'm throwing. Not the used bait. I'll get a new one and I'll ship it to you. Baby. I may tie on a big bluegill crankdown swim bait. That's part of my scaled up series on my main channel. And if so, you'll see me talking a little differently during that section. Just because I'm filming that, you know, again, for not an uncut format. I keep seeing a fish up there, boiling. And let me tell you, he doesn't want the frog. He's following underneath it right now. He does not want it. Dude, they're smart. They're smart bass. These fish in here are not dumb. I think John fishes out here every day, so they're educated. They're educated to lures. There we go. Yes, sir. What a bad hook set, but we got him. We got him. When they eat it good enough, you end up catching them on a frog, even if you have a bad hook set. Nice. Just a little Florida strain up in the slop. He got that pad perch down the gullet. Luckily, my weak hook set did a good enough job. Hey-o. That's fun. Not a bad time catching him in the slop. No big bites yet. Just small bites. Just a bunch of small bites. Wonder if he was on a bed or not. Kind of looks sandy, but I can't tell if it looks Betty sandy. All right. See, I feel like I need to put the frog down. I don't think I'm gonna catch a true giant on it. That's the feeling I get. So if that's the feeling I get, I need to listen to it, probably. Stop trying to force it. It's just so fun when it works out. When you can catch a giant on it. Nothing better than being absolutely flushed by a big one on a frog. And uh-oh, we got some shallow water right here. I don't even know if I can even get up here with how shallow it is. Dang. I mean, y'all can see on the drone shot, I didn't see that. I don't film the drone stuff usually till afterwards, which I probably need to stop doing that. Cause dude, it's really shallow right here. Wow. Huh. I don't think I can get up there. Shoot, dang it. And my pedal drive is bogged. There we go. Left, right, left, right. Dude, we're getting bogged down so quick by this junk. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go back down this stretch here. Yep, okay. Frog's done. This pond actually has less fishable water than I thought it did. Wacky worm it is. We're getting rid of Pinky. Don't know why in the world I grabbed a pink one. I grabbed the mock stick bag thinking it was watermelon or baby bass, but it was pink. It was a pinky. We're gonna go ahead and get something a little better. A little more suited, huh? There we go, watermelon candy. Or what is it? Mud candy. That's what we're gonna get. That color feels more unnatural, as they say. And my hook, I'm throwing a size 1/0. I think it's too big for this bait, and honestly, it's even too big for a 5-inch Ocho. Yeah, little too big. I'm not dialed, y'all. I'm not dialed today. I'll get there. I'm not dialed yet. I'm so close to just eating my spicy chicken biscuit. Even though I ain't caught one worthy of the biscuit yet. I feel like I need it. I need it to function better. But I'm just seeing a severe lack of big fish cruising up shallow. So they must all be out there. It's good to know though, like good to experience this. You gotta fish bad places sometimes to find the good ones. You don't always just start by landing on banger spots. I'm just keeping my eyes peeled. They say eyes to the sky. No, eyes to the water. Eyes away from the sky. That's how I operate during this time of year. My eyes are looking opposite of the sky. And this inside line, y'all, it's not that deep. Like I'm probably sitting in 2.5 feet right now. Now it's deeper than the grass flat. But it's nothing special. Really want to figure out what's going on. I'd love to just absolutely get on them for you guys. The thought in my head keeps saying 6-inch ocho, 6-inch ocho. Texas rig, a 6-inch ocho. That's what I keep thinking right now. So I'm not gonna whatever, not listen to that for too long. It's my favorite springtime worm, especially when there are big fish around. If I'm skipping docks and fishing for like a certain specific grass line, or yeah, especially a dock that I know a fish might be under, I like wacky for pre-spawn. But for the rest of the pre-spawn, just fishing around, I love a Texas rigged 6-inch ocho. All right, fish. Where in the heck are you? Where in the heck are you, big ones? Really, any fish at all. My mind tells me you should be up shallow. But maybe we're just a few days too early. That's possible. Oh gosh. We're good. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna hit something here in a second. Come on. Honestly, kind of glad the wind's blowing me backwards. I needed to get away from this stick here. I'm really just fishing back to the stump that had the 5-pounder sitting around it. I want to see if I can stealthily get back to that area. That's a bass. That's a bass. Do you want a wacky stick? He does not. How about the male that was with this female? What does he want? What does he want in his life, huh? Nothing, so it seems. Really, really wish I had a power pole on a day like today, man. Really wish I had a power pole. There's for sure a bed right here that this fish is sitting on. This fish, this male, is sitting on the crook of a tree. That's where he's made his bed. He's pretty defensive of it. But in the kayak, I'm kind of getting a little too close to him. Like, you don't want to bed fish this close to a fish, unless they're a smallmouth, which then you can do that. But largemouth are a little smarter. Yeah, his bed is right here at the fork of this tree is where he made it. And he's coming back to the bed fast, but I'm too close to him to get him to feel comfortable enough to bite something. Yeah, he's going left, right, left, right, left, right. He's not comfortable at all. Okay. He's sitting there though, but he's not gonna eat. I shouldn't even try. Should not even try. Okay. Let's go ahead, skedaddle out of this area. See if I can get around it without getting grass. Nice. And now this section of the grass flat, I can actually be around. It's about 1.5 feet beneath the surface where the grass comes up, so I can fish and paddle around this stuff. There was a 5-pounder, maybe with that male. Not sure if it was, but this is back where that fish was, so. I'd love to see if she's still around. Yeah, I don't see her. I don't see her. I don't see a sister. Don't see a sister. This is tough for y'all, tougher than I thought it'd be. All right, let's get out of the shallows. They're not up here. They are not up here, that's for sure. I'm gonna check one patch that I didn't get to fish real hard right here. It's got some open sandy spots. Nothing. Nothing. All right, let's go ahead and get out on the edge because these fish are not up shallow. That's for rootin' tootin' sure. Where are they? Ah, there's some sandy spots out here on the edge. This might be where they are. Yeah, I bet they're out here. And this is where dragging around a worm is probably the best option. Probably the best option. There we go. Okay, I've got one on the wacky worm. Haha. Okay, so my hypothesis was correct. Dragging around a worm out here off the deeper edge is where these fish seem to be. Not a big one, I would not even call him a single scoop. I would call him a half scoop. Thank you, buddy. All right, that tells me what to do. So I'm gonna do two things. One, I'm gonna go back to the dock, drop off my my frog rod. Number two, I'm gonna tie on a crank down swim bait for the swim bait series. Hopefully I can catch a giant on that. And number three, I'm gonna pause the Uncut to do a section of a video comparing pink vibrating jig to green pumpkin. So we'll see y'all here in a few minutes with probably about an hour having elapsed. This is back to the Uncut, everybody. So about an hour and a half elapsed. That's how long it took me to do 75 casts with each the green pumpkin and the pinky. I'm not gonna spoil the secret. If you wanna see which one ended up winning and which one caught a bigger bass, I will leave that video linked down in the video description. But in that last hour and a half, I really found some good areas. Again, kind of classic springtime. I mean, actually, I shouldn't just say springtime. Classic fishing technique is to fish reaction baits to find concentrations of fish, especially in the spring. Find areas maybe where they're spawning a little bit out deep or a little bit deeper, and then go back to those areas with a slower presentation. This one going to be a 6-inch Strike King Ocho, my favorite, just dragon soft plastic for the springtime. So I'm gonna go back through this area and hopefully catch me a giant. I caught a pretty nice one, AKA a big one, during the chatterbait comparison, color comparison. And John just caught a big one over there on the dam. And he just drags a worm out here. So I think the big ones are starting to bite a little bit. You just gotta be fishing relatively slow for them. I was retrieving my vibe jig pretty slow when that big one ate. Again, I'm being cryptic because y'all gotta go watch it. But the wind has seemed to calm a little bit, which is nice for dragging around. I hope it stays this way. But I've got me just a big old dragon combo. I've got a 7.6 medium heavy 20-pound, 17 or 20-pound fluorocarbon, and my reel is the Elite TI. It's not a light reel. I mean, it's light, but it's not like, you know, Hyper Mag or custom light or anything. But it's ooh, that was a bite. It's beefy. It's like the frame is made of is plated in titanium. It is a very strong framed reel. So if I'm dragging something big around, throwing a big hybrid hunter, fishing a frog, and I've got this thing in the boat, I'm gonna use it because it's strong. It's expensive, but it casts a country mile. It's so smooth and it's so strong. Honestly, if it had a shallow spool option, I would absolutely skip with this reel. I still might end up skipping with it at some point this year just because how strong it is. All right, big girls. Country girl, shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me. Bow, bow. I think you got to find some sandy areas. Like the cast I just made right there. Edge of grass right up there, sandy area coming off of it. I'm assuming that's where some of these bigger ones are spawning. Because I really think they're on beds. I really think they are. Maybe not up shallow, but they're on beds somewhere. I strongly believe that. And you know what? If I can't get a whole lot of bites dragging a 6-inch around, I've got the wacky stick still, mock stick. So I think dragging a wacky rig around, but it's like 8 feet of water here. It's not the best depth to throw a wacky worm, unless like you have a very specific targeted cast where you know there's a concentration of fish or there's a brush pile or something. If you're just fishing open water, kind of casting around a grass flat, a wacky worm is not a very efficient lure to do that with. Is it a good lure? Yeah, it's a great lure. It's a great presentation. I just don't think it's the most efficient to get a bite if they're all spread out. That's why I fish a wacky rig so much underneath docks. because they can't be spread out under a dock. There's only 10 casts you can make at max to a lot of docks. They get it, you know, get the wacky rig to different zones that a fish could be sitting at. It's a lot more targeted. Come on, 8-pounder. Where you at, 8-pounder? Would you like to eat my ocho? My 6-inch, please. 6-inch, good size worm. Good size worm, please. Good size worm, yeah. Oh, yeah. Country girl, shake it for me, girl. Oh, girl, shake it for me, girl. When I'm in Alabama, my country comes out. You know what I'm saying? I start getting a little twang. I start talking about the farm and making a trip to town, to Tuscaloosa. Take the wife out on the town in Tuscaloosa, because that's what y'all do, I'm sure. I'm sure you're just always in Tuscaloosa. Always in Tuscaloosa, roll tide. I'm surprised I've had just one nibble so far. Sorry for a relatively slower uncut today, y'all. But that's how it goes. I may end up showing you that 6-pounder. Matter of fact, yeah. Roll the clip. Ooh, there's one. Oh my gosh, big one. A big one. A big one. On the pinky. Come on, baby. Let's get better with the net. Oh my gosh, no way. The pink one got a giant again. This was literally my second to last cast with this thing. Oh my gosh. Get in here. Okay. Stinking 8-pounder. Holy cow. And just look at that pink thunder cricket. Absolutely down the hole. Okay, maybe not an 8-pounder, but it is for sure over 6. And look at that, look how we ate that thing. On cast number 74, I was only gonna go to 75 because I just don't think the chatterbait bite is really on today. But on my second to last cast, the pink takes the lead and proves once again that at least in these 3 tests, it just gets a bigger dang bite. Goodness. Oh, dang it, my scale is in the truck. And you know what? Let's put this on the board for my Fishing Chaos online tournament. Oh, 22 1/4. All right, thank you, big girl, for showing me a good time. I'm guessing 6.5 pounds. Go back down to pre-spawning or whatever you were doing. All right, well, I spoiled there which color the larger fish ate on, but I felt like you guys who've made it this far in the video deserve a little reward. A little reward for watching me struggle. But I'm fishing like the same exact cast that I made to catch that bigger fish. I think they're kind of cruising in and out of these areas. So you got to get lucky. Land on one when it goes by. Dun 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 dun. Dragging my worm. Drag, drag, drag. Dragging my worm. My worm across the thing. Dragging my worm. Wormy, wormy, worm. I gotta find me a slightly different zone. Probably get to moving a little bit. Oh, the sun's coming out. How nice. How beautiful. How beautiful and how nice. I'm normally working around 6-inch Ocho totally weightless instead of a 1/8 ounce weight that I have on here. But it's a little deeper. And if I caught him in this depth of water on a thunder cricket, I can fish a worm a little faster. I definitely prefer weightless because it's got tons of salt in it, so it's not like it needs the weight to get down there. But it just helps a little bit in this scenario. All right, fish. All right, fish. Figure your stuff out. Figure your stuff out, huh? Dun 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 dun. Where's the donk? Come on now. Next fish. Y'all are getting a comment challenge. How about that? How about that? How about that? Dun 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 down. Bop. All right, this is frustrating me. This is muy frustrato. Frustrato, I think they say. How I can't catch a fish right now. It's like the wind got these fish going, and now the wind has kind of died off or switching directions. Them fish don't know what to do, as they're not biting the way they were a second ago. Something, give me a donk, please. Something, give me a donk. Sometimes you gotta give your kayak just a little jiggy jig, you know? All right, enough tomfoolery. Eat my worm. Man, didn't think I really thought that I was forcing the thunder cricket bite to happen, but I don't think I was. Maybe that actually is a better bite today. I mean, John's caught way more fish than I have today, and he's dragging around a finesse worm. So I think it is a worm dragging thing. I just don't know why I'm not getting bites right now. Let me not be stubborn. Switch to a wacky just to see what's going on here. Oh! Maybe they want the wacky worm. See wacky. The wacky and wild. The zany's linker. Ooh, I forced that fart out. All right. I think the bite has actually slowed down because I haven't seen him catch one since the big one he caught about 20 minutes ago. And I haven't had a bite. So maybe our two big ones back to back came in like a feeding window. It's possible. Matter of fact, I should check that. I should check Bass Forecast to see if we just came out of a feeding window. Let's check it, huh? Look, drop the base. Wow. Wow. Well, I ain't got enough service to check. So forget about that. And that's probably not the case. Probably just coincidence. Well, what's not coincidence is that I'm thirsty. Gulp, 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 gulp. Well, folks, this is real fishing. This is not Tyler's real fishing. This is uncut bass fishing, but close enough. Everything I do is Tyler's reel, because it's real. And some of the uncut episodes, matter of fact, most of them so far have been absolutely full of fish catches. But occasionally we're gonna have to give you all an episode like this that it's just a little bit more of a grinder, because that's how fishing is sometimes. Little bit grindy. Oh, I've got a fish right now. There we go. There we go. I watched my line shoot out there. And that's how you can tell you have a fish. Just gonna go ahead and scoop you. Nice. Nice. Quarter, single or half scoop bass. Let's make another cast out there. Maybe there's a group of them. Okay, so wacky worm in 8 feet of water. Weightless. Not even Nico in it. There's no nail weight in this thing. It is just, oh my gosh. Is that another one? Bluegill must have hit. My line kind of jumped. Oh, there's a nice fish. It's like a 5-pounder right here. Come on now. He's got it. No! 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 All he had was the worm. Dang it! Oh, I did the classic lead the fish, let them go find it, and I watched him rise up from the bottom, and then my line started taking off. Oh, man. Could have had a 5-pounder just there if he had more than just a worm. Darn it. All right, folks, well, it is a finessey, wacky, wormy kind of day. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna embrace it. Dang it. A dang 5-pounder. Maybe he went this way and he'll bite again. Shoot. That was a nice one. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, that's him. That's him. Yes. Yes. Ha, redemption. Redemption. Get in here. You're not 5 pounds, but it's a nice one. It's a nice one. Yep. Same fish. Very skinny. That's why I thought you were so big, because you were so skinny and long. Hey, 2.5-pounder on the mock stick. Little VMC. Red line weedless wacky hook. Love it. So even when you miss a fish, make a cast to the direction they were going, especially during this time of the year, and you can find yourself a bass. Let's go. Wacky. Be a wacky worm. Wacky worm, I'll tell you, has been coming in clutch for me over the last few weeks. Pretty much everywhere I've traveled. Tennessee, Texas, Alabama now. Wacky rig has kind of been the deal. Kayak, pond, whatever, you name it. The mock stick, 4 3/4 inch mock stick. Really, really good weightless wacky worm. Super pleased with it. All right. Still a grindy uncut, but better. It got better. It's gotten more better. Thanks to the wacky worm. Thanks to the wacky stick. Thanks to the sticky wicky. Thanks to the sticky wiki. I didn't wear compression shorts today, so I'm sorry if you've been seeing my nuts through my pants, because I didn't wear the right underwear for a kayak. As always, my tackle is linked down in the video description if you want to check it out. My favorite kayak spinning combo. Honestly though, this is kind of my favorite spinning combo for shaky heads, wacky worms, shaking a slightly bigger minnow, a 1/4 ounce minnow, underspins. It's a 610 medium extra fast signature series. And I mean, I guess it's extra fast. That's what the rod says, but I don't know, it has a really good action to me. I like it. It's not my favorite drop shot rod. That's an Elite Series rod. This is my favorite drop shot one. But for wacky worms, I love this rod. Someone asked me recently why I throw a 610 for wackies over a 7 or 7.2 medium. And I don't, for open water fishing, I don't really have an answer for you. But I like it more for dock skipping because I can be more accurate. The shorter rod you have up to a certain point, I'm sure like a pistol grip 5'4" rod is tough to be accurate on, but there's a certain sweet spot range of casting accuracy, and 610 for spinning rods fits into that range. I'd say 6'6" to 7 foot is the best casting range, accuracy wise. If I'm trying to bomb a shaky head out there, or a weightless fluke or something, yeah, I want a 7.2. But in a kayak especially, I've loved having a shorter rod. I talked about that in actually the build video for this kayak on the main channel. And I like the shorter butt on the signature series. I just think it helps with getting a good hook set in them. The sun poked out and I was hoping I could stand up and take a gander around, but then the sun went away. The sun went bye-bye. Although now that the wind is kind of calmed, I'm gonna go back shallow. And I think that the higher the sun gets, the easier it is to see. Even if it's covered by clouds, the sun is just higher now, so it's piercing through the clouds a little bit. I want to see if there's any dead fish I missed. Just because there's got to be. Got to be a dead fish I missed. In one of these here holes. In one of these here holes in the grass. All right, there's a nice hole in the grass. Let the Senko fall in it. I say Senko. It's not a Senko. It's a Senko style. It's a flat, straight worm, straight tail worm. You know, to be brand loyal to the name, can't call it a chatterbait. I can't call it a Kayak. I can't call it, you know. What am I supposed to call the Rage Swimmer? A ribbed paddle tail swim bait? I guess technically I'm supposed to do that. I know. But to me, it's a Kayak. I spooked one. I spooked-ed a dookie. He went that way. Let me lead him, see if I can secure the bag. Nope. Did not secure the bag. I think my tree was over here. Or it's over, I don't know. Oh, come on, sunlight, yes. Enlighten me. Enlighten where I need to fish. Yeah, it's the lock. I'm gonna go over here and check out this here log that I saw a big one chilling around. I think she was on a bed. She was on a beddy bed. Betty bed. I'm being real stealthy here. Being real stealthy. Well, I can't see squat now, dang it. Yeah, I can't see diddly. Yeah, never mind. Here's a fish. Cruising that way. Oh, I spooked it. They're so spooky up here. Get me out of here. I don't like this spot. Forget about being up shallow. There's still a male sitting on that log, on that bed. I just don't think he's catchable, so. Well, let me see. Maybe he wasn't catchable on the pink worm. Maybe he will be on the watermelon? I'm probably gonna snag the log. All right, I see him. From here, if the sun stays high, I can see him. Oh, sun is going away. Yeah, that dude he's like super committed to the bed, but he's not committed to like protecting it. He doesn't care if my worm's on it. He don't give two rips. One rip, two rip, red rip, blue rip. Yeah, that dude does not care at all. He's so committed to the spot that he does not care if my worm is there. He'll leave, actually. He'll leave, but dude, he does not care at all. Yeah. It's not worth it chasing a fish of that size anyways. He's 2 pounds max. He's 2 pounds maxing. Let's get back out there and cast a wacky worm. Seems like a more realistic way to catch a fish right now. I need to catch a fish right now. Can we pretend that wacky worms are do? I could really use a fish right now. Yeah, that works as a parody. Never thought about that one for the parody. A new parody. It's been a long time, y'all, since I made a parody. The 21 Pilots Fished Out was the last one, and that was 2019 I released that. Man, it has been a hot minute. Parodies are just tough. They're tough to write, and I'm doing 4 videos a week right now. So I don't really have time to write a song, produce it, and make a music video. That'd be a tough endeavor during all the stuff I got going on right now. Now, if I hear the right song, I can think of some lyrics real quick, I might make it work one day, but you really got to do it while a song is hot. And I have not been good about staying up to date on the viral hits. I should have done one about Cruel Summer last year, Taylor Swift song, because that song was just huge. And Fat Cat Newton beat me to the Carol Baskin. What's that song? I've been snacking. No, what's the real version? I'm a Savage. The classy bougie ratchet. He beat me to that. And as far as the fishing side of things goes. Oh, comment challenge. Hey, we caught several fish after I said we'd do the comment challenge. So I'll give away a pack of wacky worms and a pack of these hooks that I'm throwing here. Size 1 VMC. This is actually 1/0, but I'm going to send you size 1. VMC Redline Weedless Wacky. So the comment of the day is, what's your biggest bass on a wacky worm? I feel like that's a pretty answerable question for most anglers. I guarantee some of y'all out there watching right now, ooh, I've never caught one on a wacky worm. That feels big. That feels big. Hello. Hello, how big are you? Gosh, he's a nice one. He's a nice one. Get in here. Get in here. Not hooked great, but hooked good enough. Hey, that's a long fish. Wouldn't go more than 3.5 pounds because he's just so skinny, but there we go, during the comment challenge. What's your biggest wacky rig fish? My biggest wacky rig fish, which by the way, you gotta comment that down below. Don't email it to me, don't comment it on my main channel. And if there's a pinned comment that I put in there, whether it's a link to something or I pinned somebody else's comment, don't respond to that pinned comment. You gotta write your own comment down in the YouTube comment section. But yeah, what's your biggest wacky bass? And if you haven't caught one on a wacky worm, then comment, I vow with all my heart to fish a wacky this year. Or some not Middle Eastern, some Middle Ages sounding comment. I doth fish wacky rig tomorrow, my liege. That's what I want. I want that kind of a response. My dearest TRF, you hath convinced me and convicted me of my wrongdoing, and I shall throw wacky tomorrow. Fortnight. I will throw wacky forthwith. Man, they're biting the wacky now. It's like, and it's like part of me wants to put a little nail weight in it and make it go faster, but don't fix what's not broken. Like it's getting down there fast enough. It's kind of fun. I get to talk with y'all, which makes me forget my lure's falling. And it's way easier in a kayak too, because I'm just kind of chilling here, got my rod in my hand, and that really helps the wacky fall uninterrupted. Otherwise, I start hopping it too fast and working it too quick. But yes, that's the comment challenge. It's open to anybody, and if you win, you'll see a screenshot of your comment on my YouTube community page. About I don't know, 2 weeks from when the video drops ish. Every week, y'all will see a new comment challenge winner posted to community page. Wacky worm, how about that? How about that? I'd love to catch a 6-pounder and call it a day. Oh, you know what? I'm trying to explain what I'm doing here. So drone shot, I'm fishing this area y'all see outlined right here. That's the zone I have found to be best. I caught the majority of my fish on the thunder cricket on that area, and that's where I've got the most of my fish and all the big ones on the wacky worm. And I think it's just because there are beds in this area. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a bed there. There's cleared off sand areas, and obviously this area, just seeing how it's cleared off, I mean, it has good spawning potential. Not saying every cleared off spot here is a bed, but some of them are. And fish in the spring just want to be around spawning areas. They don't have to be spawning on it. And this is also good stuff because it's less affected by the weather. The wind can't really trash it, so this is kind of like safe water for these fish to want to be in. And that's kind of a pattern all across the country during the spring, is just the fish are going to spawn a little deeper than you think they are. Like, you go down the bank and you want to actually look at them with your eyes and your polarized sunglasses. You can do that, but there's a lot of fish spawning underneath your kayak or under your boat if you're on the bank. So if you slide out a little bit and drag a worm around, you'd be surprised, in my experience, the bigger fish you can catch doing that. Like, I don't think many 10-pounders are spawning on the bank. Some of them do. Gotta have the right situation, the right fish most of the time. The big ones spawn where you can't quite see them. And I think that's what's happening today. Or I'm just getting lucky and they're all just kind of swimming through in packs through these areas. And I'm getting lucky with a wacky worm going across their face. That's also possible. I'm gonna finish my water here. If y'all want to check out a life jacket I'm wearing, this is the Blue Storm. I believe it's the Stratus 35. Yeah, Stratus 35. Super cool life jackets. They are auto inflate, so if I fell in this little section here gets submerged in water, they inflate, and they've inflated every time I've fallen in, both intentionally for the video and unintentionally. You got to replace the bobbin every year or so just to make sure that it's not disintegrated at all. But they're Coast Guard approved, and you can use code TRF35 to save 35%. And they've got regular foam PFDs as well for your kids. They've got a dog life jacket. So Blue Storm has lots of cool stuff. They are based in Minnesota, which is cool. A lot of my Minnesota connections. I love having those here on my channels. But yeah, if you want to use code TRF35. And if you ever have a discount code that I say and you try it, it doesn't work, comment on the video, because I read all my comments on every channel, or send me a message on Instagram. There's one. Yes, sir. Got him. And I'll be sure to figure out what the new code is, because sometimes they be changing codes. Look at that. Mock stick down the gullet. I'm happy about this. I'm happy that I've figured them out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get some thump gel. Where my thump gel at, huh? There it is. Brand new bottle. And just because I want to get a little bit of scent on it, as well as just the color difference in the chartreuse. It's a chartreuse juice. I think might help me, a few fish find this thing. And not that it's clear water, so they can find it pretty good. But a little bit of chartreuse on there I think helps get their attention. And I'm really just trying to secure the bite. Not just get the bite, but secure the bite. They bite it and they hold on. All right. Thumpus jealous. Don't be jealous. Your thump is jealous. And it smells like whatever that garlic scent is. All right, let me get back to the juice. Here's the juice at. Here's some juice. Yeah. Let's see if going back through thump gel helps me get a few more bites. As y'all have seen in the Uncut, I've become a little more of a believer in scent, especially that day with Ott Defoe in the river for smallies. That was kind of a cool experience. Going through, catching a few. We both put thump gel on and get bites first cast. And it stays on a worm pretty good. It'll be off in 20 casts, but it helps to have like ribs and stuff on the bait, which of course a stick bait does not. Just letting it sink out there, baby. You can never be too slow with a wacky worm. A wacky wizard wild worm. You know what? I think I'm too deep. I think I need to be on the edge of the grass where the sand and the grass were mixing. It's out here, I'm just not sure. You know, without live scope, I'm not sure what the bottom composition be looking like. But up there, it looks pretty good. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your wacky. Shake your wacky. And I'm also not gonna lie, I have enjoyed kayak fishing the past year more than I thought I would. Especially just the amount of bodies of water I can finally get in. Because I mean, from this, I can fish 1/10 of this from the bank. Maybe not even that. And there's so many ponds that are like that. Y'all are gonna see an Uncut sometime here soon on the channel back in Texas. For I'll either do a late spawn or just total post spawn summer day out there. I'm not sure when I'll head out, but there's a place that's just there's not much bank access at all, and so kayak's the only way to really get to them. And there's some big ones in that lake too. So if you're in the market for a kayak, Native Slayer LTE is a really good one. So stable, tons of places to put all your accessories. Still has room for electronics if you'd like to put a fish finder on it, either live scope off the side with a hand transducer, or you can actually also put a transducer underneath. Side scan, down scan, traditional. It's got room for the captain's bridge up there if you'd like. Plenty of storage in the front. It fits the black pack 18 by 18 perfectly fine. And it's also pre-drilled for either your NK 180 Pro trolling motor or a power pole micro anchor. So just a pretty cool kayak. Pedal drive, comfortable, really comfortable seat. And you can also upgrade to the swivel seat, which I will be doing here soon. I would like a swivel on this thing. But again, gotta do the photo shoot first. There we go. Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm in the grass. I'm in the grass. I lifted up and I was like, ooh, fish. But no, it was grass. Okay, let's see what we got here. The juice is right over there. I mean, I've gone up and down this bank like 6 times, so I think I'm probably gonna catch one more and end it, because I also haven't seen John catch many either, and he lives out here. This is his honey hole. So if he's not catching them anymore, the bite's probably gotten a little tougher. Tough scene, tough scene. Anytime the sun pokes out, though, I need to stand up and look for cruisers. For cruisers, give me bruisers. Come on, man. Where are you? Where are you? One of my favorite comments on these videos especially, but also on the regular channel. People are like, man, this guy talks too much. Well, trying to teach as I fish, and also trying to keep y'all entertained, so it's not just 20 straight minutes of silence. Because I've got a feeling most of y'all aren't even silent as you fish. You either got a buddy with you and you're cracking jokes, hanging out, or you're talking to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. If the cameras were off, it'd be more of a mumble. Kind of half words, but I would be saying stuff. Because I do be saying things. One more fish, come on now. I got places to be today, folks, AKA other ponds. I'm gonna see if I can weasel my way back into a pond that I fished yesterday, and I caught a 6 and a 4 out of it. And I didn't really fish much of it. So I'd like to see if I can weasel my way in there, and if so, I'm gonna throw nothing but swim baits and maybe a hybrid hunter because of how windy it is. A big full-size hybrid hunter. That's the plan, if I can get my way in there. Also, if it's not too late, it's got to be 11 o'clock by this point, maybe later. Where are you? Come on, Wacky. Where on earth are these fish? Where on earth? Where on the planet are these bass? I think I need to be farther this way. Got them. I've also been loving this new Japanese braid. It's called PEX8 or PX8 from Seagar. It's a thinner 8-strand or 6-strand braid. It's pretty thin, or pretty tight weave, really smooth, and it casts really well. But the thing about it is, like, somehow they're able to get the pound test to be way thinner. So this is 22 pound, which is usually a pretty thick braid, but dude, it's so thin. So I've got a 22 pound braid, or 28 pound, one of those two, to a 16 pound or 14 pound, whatever, one of those two fluorocarbon leader, also Japanese. It's the R18 fluorocarbon, and I don't have to worry. Yeah, it's 14. I don't have to worry at all about absolutely giving them the business on this combo, because on an FG knot, the knot is small, and these fish do not break me off. So that's what I've loved recently on my spinning reels. Nothing wrong with Smackdown or Tactics. I still use those braids, but on my spinning combos, I've really enjoyed PEX8. And it's high vis pink / yellow. Transitions from one to the other. Kind of wish they made it in just yellow. High vis though, if you don't fish a high vis braid, a white, a chartreuse, a red, you're missing out, because when your line is laying on top of the water, you can actually see it jump and run a lot easier than you can on a gray or a green braided line. It's one thing I've noticed over the years. So if I'm line watching, I'm throwing high vis braid and just making sure to have a long enough leader that the fish can't see your braid. Wow, fish! What in the world? What in the world? Why aren't they biting? There's a little pocket over here. I'm gonna go paddle over to it. I feel like it's got a chance of having some fish on the wacky. Didn't catch any on the vibe jig last time I was there, but I feel like it may have a wacky fish or two. There's a little channel here as I work my way in. Okay. Time to stand. Time to stand. And make some accurate casts. As I drift into this pocket here. Oh, no. That was one, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Just gonna cast at little sandy spots as I work my way into this here poqueto. Should be one on the edge of this tree. Wow. Nothing, okay. How about right there? Feels like a place one would be. Oh, and the sun's coming out. Ayo. That's what I like. That's gonna be a fish. Gotta be. Let it sink all the way to the bottom. Good lift off. Let it sink. Wow. Casting to a shallow sandy spot, no fish, so there must not be a bed up there. Some sandy spots right there. Come on, one more fish. I need to end this out. John's got one. I heard him say, yes, sir. Come on, man. It's crazy. Go one cast over there. Nah, that's not high percentage. I need to find more of them holes. More of them holes. They're just not super bitey today. That's for sure. I wish they were. I wish a fishy was. Yes, sun. Stay out. Sun, you may shine. You may shine, sun. Do not be afraid to shine. Shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King, Jesus. Let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King, yeah. Singing, hey, oh, oh, let the King of Glory enter in. Really surprised I'm not getting a bite here. I think we've just worn these fish out today. They've been highly pressured. They've seen a lure or two. Oh, that was one. That was one. You want to bite again, buddy? What a bad cast. There we go. Come on now, brother. Eat my wacky worm. Eat my wacky worm. Huh. Matter of fact, I think I see one on a bed. I think I see one on a bed. Oh, bad cast, bad cast. Need to get it right on top of that stick. Bring it over, let it sink. Oh yeah. Come on. What? There was one. Fall down on your knees and worship him. Hey. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, no, it's a bluegill. A bluegill was chasing me down. Dang, son. There was a bass up here, though. He don't want it. Oh, that's a good, I just made a good parallel cast. That's probably the cast that ends it right there. If I had to guess. Good sandy location. Good on the location. parallel down a grass edge. It's got sand. But also maybe not a good location. Who knows, you know? Ooh. How about that one? How about that apple, huh? How about that Granny Smith? That's gonna be one. Should be, at least. This is shocking to me, y'all. I can't end this video. Goodness. I want to end on a fish catch, please. Please. Just one. Just one catch. There'll be one less lonely fish. There'll be one less lonely fish. How about, yeah, way out there. One less lonely fish. I'm shocked that I can't catch a fish here to finish. The bite has really died. It has really died off. I can't get a bite. I can't get a nibble. I can't get a strike. I can't get a whammy, slammy, jammy. None of that. None of that can I get. I'm getting a skunk to finish. And that's not, whoa, wind. And that's not what you want. You don't want a skunky to finish. But hey, that's fishing, folks. This is the real uncut. Real life. Bow, 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 bow. It's real life. We're gonna fish our way into the dock, and whether or not we catch one, that will be the end. That's all I had to say about that. But I'd like to catch one. Oh, there was a bass. I saw one spook out from underneath this here grass mat. You want to eat it, buddy? You want to eat? You want to comida? Comer? Comer? Por favor. Got him. I got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, what a fast moving fish. Hey, having my eye scope on, aka my polarized sunglasses, allowed me to see that fish spook out from under there, made a cast, and there we go. Wacky worm mock stick to finish the day. Hey, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode of Uncut Bass Fishing. What a pleasure it is to do this channel with y'all. We're probably 10 episodes in at this point. I don't know. Every single Monday trying to drop an episode, but you know, sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Tuesday or Thursday, but get those post notifications on. We're gonna keep having a dang good time. My tackle's linked below. If you wanna watch the last episode, if you're in an uncut mood, maybe you're having a long drive or you got more laundry to fold or dishes to do, whammy. It'll be up here, clickable, the last one. And my entire 200 pond series on my main channel, if you're a bank fisherman, will be over here in this corner. My name's Tyler, it's a pleasure. See y'all next time right here on Uncut Bass Fishing.